Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Gayle, and this is going to be a short video just on warming up the hips and exploring different ranges of motion and getting some fluidity, mobility going in hip joints. So don't really need any props for this one. Just again, like an open beginner's mind, and really take time to listen inward to the signals that your body's giving you. Don't overdo anything. But at the same time, like, don't just settle into a regular routine. Like, really see what today feels like and honor that and play with that and be fully engaged in your practice. That's what yoga is. It's mindfulness and full engagement. Let's start by closing our eyes, just to take a moment to clear our minds, to tune in with the breath. Let the shoulders relax, let go of the busyness of your day, and tap into this present moment. If you're ever feeling anxious during the day or feeling reactive, just take a few moments to close your eyes and be with your breath. And it can really make a world of difference. When you open your eyes, we're going to start in Baddha Konasana. So actually, if this is really uncomfortable for you, like if your knees are up here, it's a good idea to sit on a blanket or something that can raise your hips up a little bit. So maybe I should have said have a prop handy, but just pause the video, go get a blanket or something to lift yourself up a little bit if you need it. And start by sitting up nice and tall, relaxing your shoulders. And we'll just do a little bit of cat-cow. So on the inhale, stretch your heart forward, shoulder blades squeeze together in the back. And on the exhale, let your shoulders spread apart, belly pull back. Just go back and forth. You can even use your thumbs to give your arches a little bit of a massage if you like. Or just rest your hands on your feet. Let the inhale lead you forward and the exhale pull you back. It's not about going quickly. It's about going slow enough that you can feel each vertebrae moving. And feel how the stretch intensifies when you're in more of a forward fold, and it releases and relaxes when you're leaning back. And find a place that you can center yourself and sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And then just bring your right knee in, bring your foot behind you, bring your left foot forward. So you're in this kind of 90-90 shape. And this, like for me, the internal rotation feels pretty intense. This right leg is internally rotated, the left leg is externally rotated. And if that's too much for you, you just bring your knee and your heel in closer together. So it's up to you to kind of play with the right positioning for you. And then bringing your hands behind you, we're just going to lift the knees up and flip. So we're changing from internal rotation on one leg and external rotation on the other. And then as we switch our legs, we're changing that rotation. And you just go back and forth nice and slowly. Next time both knees are to the left, just lean forward a little bit and see if you can just pick the back foot, the heel up, so the right foot up. So I can't do it very far. It's really firing up the glutes. So just a little lift. Just lift and lower it down. And then face the front of your mat. You can bring your hand behind you and just trying to lift this whole shin up. So again, it's not going to go very far, and that's okay. If you lean back, it's easier. So if you stay upright, that's where you're going to get the muscles working. And then from here, I'm just going to take this back leg, move it back behind me, draw the front heel in so my knee slides over to the side. I'm just going to gently rock side to side. So just a kind of very gentle pigeon type of stretch, but we're not holding it. We're not going to go way down, bringing our chest to the floor. Just a little bit of rocking side to side. And you can stay here and keep rocking, or you could bring your forearms to the floor. Or if you have that blanket handy or a block, you could bring your forearms to a block. And then another option is to bend your back knee, reach back with your hand for your foot, and just play with a really gentle quad stretch, drawing the heel in and letting it release. That's nice and slow. And then release your foot, shift your weight into that front hip, roll yourself around, and bring your right foot above your left knee. Hands are behind you. We're just gonna rock from side to side. So this is really nice massage for your glutes. A little bit of twisting action in the hips. Then you can come back to center and just sit up nice and tall. Keep this top foot flexed. Keep the spine long. A little gentle rocking here. And then this bottom foot we're just going to bring across and either stack your knees and your feet, and if that's too much for you, you can cross the shins. So whichever way is going to be the best for you today, where you're experimenting and exploring, but just not like straining your body. And then you can start to reach forward over your legs. And it's nice to kind of shift forward and shift back a little bit. So we're not just trying to throw ourselves down, but really taking it nice and slow, feeling all the different sensations, like feel a strong sensation here in this hip of the top leg. And just experiment with how low you go. And there's no exact right place to go. The exact right place is what's right for you today. And walk your hands back. And we're going to slide our knees together. So we're stacking the knees in Gomukhasana. And place your right hand down, reach your left arm up and across. And then switch sides. And one more time each side. Good. And now to switch our legs, you're just going to lean over to the side of the top foot. Bring your hands down, lift up through your hips, and just walk your hands around behind your back, pivoting your feet as you go. And then this back leg, I'm going to lower down first. Bring the top knee across, and we'll start with this position of crossing your ankle above your knee and just rocking side to side. And come back to center, sit up nice and tall, flex your top foot, a little movement, a little glide, a little slide. Then bring this bottom foot across and either stack your knees and your feet or across the shins. Use your breath and just slowly experiment with walking forward into more of a forward fold. So I think it's so important not to rush, but to really listen and adjust to whatever our signals our body is giving us so that we're working with our nervous system and not against it. And some days you may be able to go lower than other days. And that could be for a variety of reasons. It could be stress, it could be lack of activity, it could be too much sitting. Could be maybe you took a really long hike or were really active, did an active workout. So just be patient with yourself. And you can walk your hands back. Bring your knees together in your Gomukhasana. And then we'll stretch from side to side. Just nice, slow, easy stretches. Working with the breath, letting the breath be your guide. And sliding side to side. And come back to center. Cross your ankles or just parallel your shins. Rest your hands on your thighs. Relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And thank you so much for joining me today for this just gentle, quick hip opener, release, stretcher. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And have a wonderful day. Namaste.